So there's a lot of estate planning attorneys out there, and many of them will say, when you tell them you have a special needs child, they'll say, yeah, we can prepare a special needs trust for you, but how do you know if that special needs trust is really valid, if it's going to work, and if it's going to benefit your child? In this video, we're going to talk about how to choose a special needs trust attorney so that you can sleep at night knowing that the trust is properly drafted and your child is taken care of. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen Cookman and I'm an estate planning attorney who specializes in special needs planning. On this channel, we're going to talk about how to set up a special needs trust to protect your loved one who has special needs. We'll talk about the importance of setting up a trust, what's the difference between a regular trust and a special needs trust, regular estate planning, a revocable living trust, how to avoid probate, trust administration, and many other relevant topics. If this information sounds useful to you, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you'll be notified when new videos come out every week. I'm a certified specialist in estate planning, and my law firm has helped hundreds of families navigate the complicated process of setting up their estate plan with special needs components. I'm excited to share all of the knowledge that we've learned over the years with you. Here's the challenge of special needs planning in general. You really don't know if it's going to work until you're gone. And then once you're gone, you can't be there to fix up any messes. And who else will help to make sure that it's valid? So you really have to do your due diligence now to make sure that you're working with a qualified special needs planner who knows how to draft special needs trusts right. So one of the most important things I think a special needs planner needs to understand is all about public benefits. Which public benefits does your child receive? And is that going to be affected by the inheritance that they receive? How does the trust need to be drafted to protect those particular public benefits? Some benefits, they look at your resources, like supplemental security income and Medi-Cal. Other benefits, they look at your income, like Section 8 housing and sometimes SSDI. So you really need to understand, how do these all work together? How do you know if a child is going to be switching benefits in the future? For example, sometimes a parent will retire and their child then starts receiving SSDI benefits instead of SSI benefits. So understanding the lifetime of your child and their public benefits is super important. I want to let you in on a secret. When estate planning attorneys are doing their drafting, a lot of times they use drafting programs, which is fine. The drafting programs get updated. Usually they put their own spin on things. But a lot of times the drafting programs have a little button where they can press include special needs trust. And it'll populate a testamentary special needs trust. Now, if you're working with an attorney who says, oh yeah, that trust is fine, then run far away. Because those trusts really do need to match what your child is going through and what benefits they need to protect. So for example, I like putting in my special needs trust language saying that money can be distributed to an ABLE account. I have another video where I go all into ABLE accounts, and so I ask you to please watch that video. But this gives the trustee the authority to make distributions to ABLE accounts. Well, ABLE accounts only came into being really in 2015, and most of the drafting programs that attorneys use were created before 2015. So most of them don't have this ABLE language in it, but it's so important that the successor trustee knows that it's your intent that the trust, the special needs trust, can fund the ABLE account. This is a way actually to protect supplemental security income benefits. As we're going through this, I really want to know from you, what is your biggest concern in hiring a special needs planner? So please drop that in the comments below. Another big question that comes up when you're creating a special needs trust is who should act as successor trustee? So the special needs planner that you're working with should have some really good recommendations of banks and private professional fiduciaries, and should be able to advise you also if you want to work with a nonprofit or a pooled special needs trust to see which one might work for your situation. Every family is different. That's one thing I love about this field, is I get to meet with different people who have different family situations. Each disability is different. Down syndrome is different from autism, which is different from mental health challenges. And within the mental health community, there's a broad spectrum of different challenges there. The attorney needs to know which of these banks and private fiduciaries will work with clients who have mental health challenges. Not all of them do. So you really need to be able to break it down and also to understand which other organizations work with families with special needs. How does the regional center work? Do you need to be qualified for the regional center to get these benefits? So these are all things that the attorney that you're working with should be able to answer for you so that you know that your plan is set up for good when you're gone. As we were discussing, some attorneys will press that button to populate what we call a testamentary special needs trust. It's a trust that's inside a revocable trust. And attorneys that don't specialize in special needs planning typically feel more comfortable having a testamentary special needs trust because that's not funded right away. So they're a little bit more comfortable because you don't really find out if it's going to work or not. Whereas a standalone special needs trust, when you fund the standalone special needs trust, the government will look over that trust and you will quickly find out if it works. So a standalone third-party special needs trust and a standalone first-party special needs trust are key in when we're doing our drafting. And so you really want to make sure that the attorney you're working with feels very comfortable with standalone special needs trusts. So as you're interviewing attorneys, you might want to ask them, how many special needs trusts have you prepared over the lifetime of your firm? Or perhaps you can ask them, what percentage of clients do you have who have special needs issues? So you really want to make sure that the attorney you're working with regularly drafts these trusts. They're really making sure that they're up to date with all the most current language, especially with first-party special needs trusts. The law changes frequently on these. You also want to work with somebody who's part of a larger group. I'm a member of Academy of Special Needs Planners. They do a really good job providing great information. They have listservs, so we're always learning and developing our craft. So that's somebody that you'll really want to look for as well. One other thing to know is with estate planning, it's state specific. So some legal fields you can practice anywhere in the US. So if you're doing Social Security, disability insurance, appeals, you can do that from anywhere in the US. Or if you're working on patents, that is federally mandated law. But estate planning and real property is just in California. So you want to make sure that you're working with an attorney who does California-specific planning and is licensed in California. In your quest for hiring a good special needs attorney, you should have background information on special needs planning so that you know that you're hiring the right person. I have a webinar that I invite you to watch all about creating a special needs trust, and you can click on the link below to access that webinar. And be sure to watch this video right here about how to set up a special needs trust. Please watch that video, and I'll see you over there.